I should've knew that you was playing, knew that you was lame. I should've knew you was half retarded when it came to playing this game.
Hello, and welcome to the Necessary Unnecessary podcast. Today we are talking about the 8 dimensions of wellness. I'm your host, Nip Swag. This is your host,
Frisco Kid.
in the building. So last week we mentioned the 8 dimensions of wellness when we were talking about our 2023 recap and our 2024 pre-cap. And Frisco asked me multiple times, well, what are the 8 dimensions of wellness? And I did not know them. So today we are going to go through them thoroughly and therapeutically and see how we can incorporate the 8 dimensions of wellness in our life.
I know what they are.
And Frisco knows what they are now. See? But we had a seminar and they were talking about the 8 dimensions of wellness, and it struck really a chord with, everybody that was there to, well, I don't know about everybody that was there, but me and my friend, we were really like, oh, what's the 8 dimensions of wellness? Right. And when we looked them up, the first one was, I have the paper. Emotional.
Ooh.
Occupational. Intellectual. Environmental.
Okay.
Financial.
Ooh.
Social.
Oh, I got that one down back.
Physical.
Ooh.
And the last one is the most important one to me, and I would say spiritual. So, we're on a journey right now, doing this fast, and we incorporated the 8 dimensions of wellness in the fast. And we're gonna I'm on a fast for the first 7 days of every month. And so
For the whole year?
Yeah, for the whole year. So we incorporated the 8 dimensions of wellness to do the first 8 months. We're going to focus on one dimension of wellness, going in the order that I just read it. So right now, I am focusing on emotional wellness. So I believe the first thing that you need to do with emotional wellness is to be honest with yourself about how you're feeling. You need to be honest with yourself about how you're feeling.
Yes.
Because if you're not honest with yourself about how you're feeling, if you're always stuffing your emotions, if you're always kind of focused on not feeling anything or not processing your emotions properly, it makes it almost impossible for you to display love healthily.
And have someone to talk to.
And have someone to talk to.
Therapist. I wouldn't say a friend, because friends give you that biased opinion. You know what I mean? Even family sometimes
it depends on the friend.
It does depend on the friend, but your friend is still gonna have that tiny little bit of biasness because they're your friend. You know what I mean? Like, you need someone who doesn't. I know you has no connection to you whatsoever. Does not care about hurting your feelings. Like, to tell you the real, and that's why I think a therapist. You know what I mean? And if you can't afford a therapist, then I don't know, pick a stranger walking down the street one day. I don't know.
There's barbershops, there's bartenders.
No, not the barbershop.
It's a lot of places that act as
not the
places where you can go, hair salons, like.
No, that's the most ratchetest.
I'm just saying, it's a lot of wisdom and
yes.
and poppycock both dispensed in those places. Like I said, it all depends on the person that you are talking to.
True.
So it could be a family member. You know what I mean? It just depends on the level of emotional intelligence of the person that you're talking to.
But you definitely need someone to talk to.
So there's a book called Emotional Intelligence I would love to read. I think my mom read it and she told me about it. But when I looked it up, it's like so many different versions of the emotional intelligence. I need to find that good one.
Yeah, look at the year it was made, probably.
Yeah, I gotta find that real one on emotional intelligence because, especially for men, we are raised not to be emotional.
And y'all are super emotional.
And we
Very
are, and
emotional.
we've been taught from a toddler not to process our emotions because it's the first thing you tell a baby. Even I remember, like, when my son was like a baby and he'd be crying. What are you doing all that crying for?
I do that even with my daughter. What you doing all that crying for?
Right, but that is effectively
teaching us
Right.
how to stuff our emotions even before we even learn how
Learn how
to
to
talk.
process it. Yep.
You know what I mean? Even before we learn how to cut out all that crying. That's the first emotional shutdown. No matter what's wrong with you, you know, they just pacify.
Right.
Here, stick this pacifier.
Yeah, no, we don't do that.
We don't get, you know what I mean? But this is how a lot of us were raised,
No, I got you.
to pacify
Your emotions.
your emotions.
Indeed.
And then you become an adult and you don't process your emotions properly. And you just pacify. And then you never really get healthy.
Exactly. You got all this emotional buildup. So a therapist or someone you trust, someone that really you don't know, maybe your priest, your doctor. Hell, talk to your doctor. You know what I mean? When you go get your physical, hey doc, you know.
So I don't want to make the whole thing about emotional wellness, but that is super.
It's very important.
Super.
Because it taps into mental
important.
health.
Because it affects how you deal with yourself and everybody else around you. You know what I mean? And we all have emotions.
We're human.
But learning how to process your emotions is, you know, top tier. That's goals. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I feel like this. What am I going to do about it? You know what I mean? I feel like this. I need to say it out loud, because a lot of times when you leave your emotions inside of you, they turn into way bigger mountains than if you would just express them, and you can pick through it and see which parts are just feelings and which parts are just facts. So, if you want to be emotionally healthy one day, first you need to be honest with yourself about how you're feeling. Deal with how you're feeling. See if it's fact or fiction.
Right, so you just made it in your head and you're just sitting there and conjuring.
And communicate. And communicate how you're feeling. If there is a person that is the focus of that emotion, you need to talk to that person. Don't talk to everybody else but that person and expect that emotional problem to be fixed with that person.
Communication.
And you never communicated with that person. If you need to talk to a couple of people before you talk to them, just to kind of, because I don't like talking about stuff until it's a fully cooked cake. Sometimes you can take stuff out of the oven and it's not even a fully developed idea, it's not even a fully developed feeling, and when you talk about it, it sounds absurd because it's not fully developed. You haven't taken the time to process your emotions, to communicate them effectively.
Think before you talk.
Think before you talk. Process. Be honest. So when you do communicate, look, you did this and it made me feel like that.
I'm good with that shit.
All right?
I know.
That's good. You should teach a class.
Listen, I didn't say I was that good. But I am a bit. I'll let you know, like, if I don't like you that you did something, I'll tell you, and then, Lord, I put on Do Not Disturb. How did that happen? Look, it did happen. That's crazy. Anyway, but yes, telling people exactly how I feel. If I don't like the light, me and my mom, we do that all the time. Like, my mom, perfect example, my mother is one of those people who, she says how she feels. She doesn't think about your feelings, how it's gonna hurt you or affect you. She's gonna tell you how she feels. And then I tell her how I feel after what she just said, because she could be very harsh and, you know, one-sided and old school. So I'll let her know, like, Mom, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm gonna tell you how I feel. And usually it's, I don't care. And she hate that, you know what I mean? But it's just, it's cool.
So Jones, 1979
Somebody
said,
is really trying to talk to me right now during our podcast. It's really strange.
can't keep putting your feelings down, pressure burst pipes.
Exactly.
It does.
And it turns you into an emotional wreck, and then you explode on somebody because you've been holding all this stuff in, and it's just not good. It's not healthy for you or anybody around you. You know, if you're raising a family, if you're an emotional wreck all the time, the kids see it, they feel it. It's like it's a trickle effect, and then they grow up as adults and don't learn how to process their emotions. properly, and you know, we just running around dealing with each other from an unhealthy place.
Right.
You know what I mean? So emotional wellness is extremely important.
What's next?
Occupational wellness.
Oh,
Do you hate your job?
I love my job.
Do you?
I do.
That's rare.
I do. I love my job. I am the assistant manager at Forever 21, and I'm also the visual manager. So ASM, I do both.
But you love fashion. So
And see, and that's what. And I've been shopping there since I was a little girl.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like their clothes fit me, which also makes me very happy. You know what I mean? And I get to say how I want this to look and that to a certain degree. You know what I mean? In the store, like I have a lot of control over everything. When you walk in, that's me and my team. You know, I don't do it by myself.
Right.
Then I work with teenagers, which I absolutely love. I don't like little kids, because little kids, you can't really talk shit to them. But teenagers, you can talk shit to the motherfuckers, and then they understand. No, they do. They understand. Like,
For sure.
it's all about how you delegate. I'm great with telling people what to do.
Yeah.
So I love my job, and the simple fact that we're kind of like family orientated. You know what I mean? Like we go out to dinners or lunch, we go to the lounge, like we hang out. If I need help with something, another manager will help me. You don't get that a lot. You know what I mean? If I need a day off, you know, they'll try to work with you. Like it's really close knit. Like I really do like my job. I really do. So and then occupationalized, like it's not where I'm not stopping that forever.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Tyler, Mr. Parrott, if you see this or somebody knows him, I'm coming to work for you in 1 year.
What are you gonna do?
I want to be a worship stylist, costume designer. Like I
Can you tell him to fix them fake
You
afros?
listen. That's hair. That's hair. That's hair.
Well, when you see the hair lady, can you tell her to stop doing the fake cornrows?
He
and
said
afros?
he paid him
They make me
$65
uncomfortable.
an hour to do that hair. He was on an
They
interview.
made me uncomfortable. They were not realistic. They look like action figures.
They do look like bad sometimes. But no, that is my ultimate goal between Ruth Carter and Tyler Perry. That's where I'm going to be in a year. So my goals are already set.
For sure.
You know, occupation-wise.
So occupational wellness for me, I am on an endeavor to buy my freedom. And I'll just leave that at that. You know, I've been working in the field of human services for over 20 years, making companies hand over fist money and getting pennies on the dollar. So I'm on a quest for occupational freedom, and I believe if you have a job that you love, then that's great. If you don't love your job, then you need to do something else. You need to find a way to support yourself and to pursue your dreams and fulfill your purpose. I think that's what occupational wellness is all about. Not suffering at your job as I do every day.
I'm sorry.
But, you know, I'm good at what I do, but it is like, you know, it's just tumultuous.
It's what?
Tumultuous.
I don't know what that means.
Exactly.
I think 90% of us don't know what does that mean? Stressful?
Yeah, hard, stressful.
Okay.
It's a lot.
Yeah, my job's a lot, but I like
The
it.
next episode will be about tumultuous.
Right, for real. 'Cause I'm like, you always gonna pick some more extra long ass. Like just. But
I think the more upset I get, the bigger words I use.
Okay, I got you. Damn,
because I don't know. Some words just be flying out. People, because I'll be saying that word, y'all be with the badadgery. And
What?
they go, what is badadgery?
Yeah, he like that
and
word.
I'll be like,
He loves badadgery.
and I'll be like, that's what y'all be doing. And
Badadgery.
somebody literally looked it up. And it literally means messing around.
Oh, I like badadgery.
I bet. The next dimension of wellness
What is it?
is intellectual.
Oh, I think I'm pretty good there. So you know what I'm saying, Britt?
Girl, you done my head. Nah.
Oh my
You just locked me out the back door for no.
Okay, that's not what happened. And as a man, they typically like to blame women when they mess up. The last person who goes out the door puts the damn thing back into the door.
Reason.
Man, go somewhere, man. You always blame me for everything. All right, I'm the bad guy. I did it. Anyway, you good on the intellectual part. You got all the intellects and all the words and
I feel
shit.
like I know
Went to
enough.
college.
I know enough to know that I don't know enough for real.
Ooh, I know he knows enough.
The more I learn, the more I know that I don't know. You know, I mean, intellectual. You should stay reading. You should stay cultivating. And a lot of times when you don't apply what you learn, you lose it. You know what I mean? So you got to keep your tools sharp. You got to keep your mind. And I'm going to say this about intellectual wellness on everything. While we sit here on Instagram and scroll these feeds and look at these YouTube videos, we are feeding ourselves so much junk on a daily basis that is not useful information, and that deteriorates.
Some of it.
I'm just saying, I see about 100 scrolls, I will see 2 things that I could actually use that's beneficial. I'll say 2 things that's actually beneficial, 3 things that made me laugh, and the rest of it was like, oh, I'm mad I watched
You
this.
might need to look at who you following, man.
I don't follow too many people, as you can see.
It's all about who you follow.
But even when you go on YouTube or when you go, like everywhere you go, you're going to see different stuff. They going to suggest a lot of stuff to you that you ain't even following. Because half the stuff I see, I'm not even following them pages. They just suggesting it to me. Like, you know what I mean?
You get hooked to it.
Because
the
the
black hole.
phones be listening to what you saying.
They
and
do.
They be sending you
my
stuff.
God.
If you say certain words or talk about certain stuff, it will stop. It will start popping up on your timeline.
Bruh.
So that's a lot of intellectual wellness too, being conscious, being aware. You know, I call myself semi-woke. I don't even want to be too woke, because when you too woke,
Man,
and you behind the veil, like, you know, it's too much. It's a conspiracy theory of rabbit holes, and you know, like you will never get no peace being too woke. You know what I mean? But you should be enlightened though. You shouldn't be ignorant.
You should be aware.
Be aware.
Very much so.
All right. This is a good one. Environmental. So, I wrote a book last year. It'll be out this year. It's called The 7 Inceptions of Change, How to Supersede the Game. And the first thing I say for the inception number 1 is to change your environment. So, if you're in a good environment, all be to you bliss, for sure. If you are in a terrible environment, please change your environment. There are 2 ways to change your environment. You could change everything around you, or you could pick yourself up and take yourself out of that environment. Because some environments will stifle your growth. Some environments will smother you. Some environments will kill you. Your environment, I grew up as a product of my environment, and I had to overcome my environment to make any type of progress in life just for everyday safety. So your environment, if you are stuck in an environment that is not conducive to your lifestyle, then please change your environment. Do not let your environment take you down. Emotional wellness, environmental wellness. Even in your home, you know what I mean? Your home is your environment. When you come home, you should have peace in your home. That's your environment that's the most environment that you'll be in. If you don't have peace in that environment, then you need to start working on peace in that environment and then spread it to everywhere you go and everywhere you be. I don't know where Frisco just went that she took away, but I'm gonna keep on going. So, financial wellness.
Get your money, cuz. I think we need to learn how to have money. For real. Because even if you get money and you don't know how to have money, it's not about saving money. It's not about living below your means. It's about managing and making your money grow. You got to have financials. It's about investing in yourself and putting your money in the right places besides banks. Because banks make money off of your money. You need to put your money somewhere that will make you your own money. Money. Financial wellness is way more than about just money. It's about assets. It's about spending. It's about investing. It's about saving. It's about having a portfolio. It's about building your business. It is about making your money work for you. Financial wellness. So this one, I don't know. As we hear on social media, social wellness. Social wellness is something that I struggle with. Like generally, I don't want to be around people, and that's just me. I'd rather be with a couple of people that I trust, and we'll call that a day. You know what I mean? We be around a whole bunch of people. I used to be social when I was younger, and as I got older, I became less and less and less social. You know what I mean? It's a struggle for me to be social. Like I have to really purpose to get up and get out and go out and do things and not just sit in the house, because that's not the life that I want either. But I have to be social. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get through all these without first. Physical wellness. Gotta work out, cuz you gotta take care of yourself. You gotta mind, body, soul, and spirit. You're a multifaceted being. You have to cater to and appeal to all of your components of your being, and you gotta work out and you gotta eat right. You gotta take your vitamins. You gotta, you know what I mean? Like basically, working out and eating right is physical wellness. Definitely. You okay? Frisco's back.
I'm here.
We went through financial, social, and physical wellness, so you can touch on those.
Wait, you did all that in?
I didn't have you blabbering.
Sorry.
Financial, social, and physical. What are your
Okay.
necessaries and unnecessaries?
Let me start with the physical. Can I do physical first? You said
Sure.
physical.
Definitely.
So for me, I used to work out. I don't do that anymore. I don't need to, seriously. So yeah, we're not working out anymore. Just lifting my kids. Seriously, running around. I swear to God, I don't do the gym. I had a physical, and the doctor said I'm pretty healthy for my age. Cholesterol, all that is A1. So stomach's flat, you know what I mean? If I get a little big, I might hit the gym, but physically, I'm pretty tip-top shape for my age. Financially, not where I want to be yet, realistically. And that's one reason why I moved to Georgia. You know what I mean? Because in Georgia you have, well, for me, I got a lot of more opportunities in Georgia to make money in the fashion world and doing wardrobe styling and being an entrepreneur, having your own business. It's just easier for me to succeed in Georgia versus in California, where it was so expensive just to survive. So you can imagine trying to start a business and trying to survive. So for me, moving to Georgia will help me financially grow in the future because I don't have to pay so much to live.
Phoenix the guy said, "Hey, Chastity McGee." Is that you? Hey, Chastity McGee.
I don't know.
Maybe she's on here too. Well, hey.
I'm like, is that a new name for me?
Well,
Chastity,
chastity.
you know. I mean, I kind of do wear a chastity belt, you know, if it's not my husband, you know, so, you know. Maybe I'm chastity. Oh, sorry.
Social.
I'm a social butterfly. I love people. I love talking to people, meeting people, talking to new people. Put me in any crowd, around any type of group of people, I will be okay.
I said the opposite
They won't.
about myself.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, you're real just, you know, you're real.
I used to be very social back in the day, but as I got older, I kind of just didn't want to.
When?
When I used to be seeing you outside all the day.
You would be social when you saw me.
That was my version of being around people. I was outside all the time.
He was outside all the time back in the day, but
So as I got older, that became less and less and less and less and less.
because of your tolerance for people, you know, it gets shorter and shorter and shorter. You don't have time for the bullshit, so I can understand that. For me,
Especially as you get older, you have to incorporate more things, working out, eating better, and limit the bad things for sure.
indeed.
Definitely.
That's why I limit the bad things.
So, the last one, but definitely not least, spiritual. I'm a very spiritual person. You know, I was saved when I turned 30 years old. I have since not been like with the Holy Spirit or been in church like I'm wanting to be, but I definitely keep my relationship with God. Now, spiritual for me, that's what that means. Spiritual for you, you have to decide what that means. You might follow Allah, you might follow Buddha, you might believe in science, you might believe in the universe, you might believe in this, you might believe in that, but you have to hold to something greater than yourself, because human beings, it was impossible for us to create ourselves. Yeah, it is impossible for us to create ourselves, so we must be aware of there is more than what you see right in front of you.
Like the universe.
Yeah.
Like, okay, don't judge me.
Okay.
So, I believe in a higher power, that there is definitely something greater than, especially after I had my children. I was like, yo, this, like for us to get to this, like there has to be something that was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and just sprinkle a little something right now.
Yeah.
In my head, we got all the planets in the universe, right? What if we were like in like a globe? You know what I mean? Like there's something. No, I mean like there's something that we don't know because you know once you get past the black hole, that's it. We don't know what's after the black hole. What if we were like in this like globe or something, and this big alien is holding it, like shaking it, like you stupid little motherfuckers, you're the fucking biggest things on earth. And really, there's something even bigger than like the universe. You know what I mean?
No.
I believe in aliens. Okay, I'm sorry.
You are.
I am an alien. I believe in aliens.
You are away from your home.
I believe in there is something way out there past the black hole, and they're looking at all.
I believe the universe is infinite, but being held in the globe by a shaking alien.
I'm being a little dramatic, but I'm just saying, like, we're in something. We're like this minute compared to something that's really big. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
We're a speck, and there's like something way bigger happening outside of us. You know what I mean? That we don't even know about.
Imagine when you on an airplane.
Right.
You can't even see people, and you can't even see cars.
Nothing.
All you see is landmass.
Exactly.
And once you start landing, it's interesting to always watch when you land, and you start to see buildings, and then you start to see cars, and then you start to see little bitty people scattered around.
Imagine outside
you know what I mean?
the world.
Outside of the planet, off the planet, astronauts, they look back on Earth, and it's just a ball like this.
Like, oh man, y'all don't matter. We way up here, y'all little speck.
Look at the moon. The moon about this big, but when you get there, it's a planet.
Exactly.
So just imagine how small we are in comparison to
what's
the
out there.
universe.
That's what I'm saying.
But I will say this: each person out there watching, you are your own universe, and you should invest in the 8 dimensions of wellness in your life and figure out what they mean to you and how you can incorporate wellness, because you know we here for a good time, not for a long time. You feel me? You want to make the best of your experience here on earth, whatever you believe and wherever you go.
You only get one life.
Here, you want to be well.
YOLO.
All right.
Real shit. You only get one life.
So
Live it to the fullest.
appreciate y'all for tuning in, chiming in with us, taking this journey through the 8 dimensions of wellness. 2024, we're gonna be on some hot topics. We're gonna be on some, let us know what y'all want to talk about. Tap in with us, tune in with us, leave your comments, like, subscribe, share, watch it over and over again. Ask questions. I answer them. You feel me? Frisco, she'll answer why she doing them dance moves. And we out.
Bye.